first YouTube video. And I look a little bit rough, to be honest. But I'm gonna be telling y'all how I found out. I was 14 and pregnant. And if y'all see my tongue, it's a little bit burnt. Because I ate a sandwich earlier.
First of all, we're going to tell that story. We got to tell it right. Give me an Can
you stop?
You mad?
Yes, actually. From the beginning. And get right to it. So, I'm not going to say his name because he probably going to have a problem with me saying his name. So, if I do, I'm going to just blurp it out. But I'm going to call him Baby Daddy. So, me and Baby Daddy, we met at school, well, open house. And his mama asked me where the gym room was. And I was like, down there. So she asked me that, and I saw him, and I was like, I'm about to get with that. So he said that he talked to his cousin, and he was like, yeah, I saw this girl. I'm about to pull her. Pretty sure that ain't happening. But then school started, and I never saw him. I don't know why I didn't see him, but I never saw him, and I was just doing my thing until he came and bothered me. Like, I was doing fine. And then me and my best friends saw these two dreadheads. He's a dreadhead, by the way. Saw these two dreadheads, and they was part of the dreadhead crew. And I was like, I'm about to pull him. And she was like, I'm about to pull him. So this was like 3rd week of school. We was talking about pulling somebody. Like, sit down, sis. But we did. He texted me and was like, hey, what's good? You want a link? And I was like, sure. So we hung out at the mall. And I was best friends with this boy at the time. And he was getting mad and shocked because they both wanted my attention. But I was like, you just my friend and I don't really know you like that. So they both was mad at me. But yeah. And then Shaq asked me out that day, and I was like, maybe. But I'm not going to say yes until you ask me, because he had his cousin do it. Oh, I just said his name. Oops. But he had his cousin do it, so I was like, I'm not going to say yes until he asked me. And so that's just how we started dating. And we hung out down at the park a little while. And I was like, I'm not going to say bad, because I wasn't bad, but I was just like doing whatever I wanted to do, because I would lie and say I would go to my friend's house and I would be going to his house. But my mom knew I had a boyfriend. I told her his name was but she just didn't know I was going to his house. So yeah,
We'll be right with you to take your order.
Ignore the background. But I was going to his house and stuff. And you already know what's going on.
Delivery order?
I'm about to just
910.
cut this. Okay. But guys, I'm back. She had to make a phone call, and I can't give y'all my address and stuff.
Oh my god, my number's in it.
I'm gonna cut it out.
You gotta teach me how to do this so I can do it on my own, because I don't like how you fucking do it.
What, YouTube?
No. Editing the videos?
Oh. But,
that's cool.
So, yeah, I was being bad, going to his house and stuff. And eventually my mom found out, because his mom was like, they became friends, and his mom was like, I have a son named and she was like, oh, my daughter dates him. So yeah, she was like, so you've been going to this boy's house. And so that was so scary. I came home one day. She was like, so you've been going to his house? I was like, mm-hmm. She was like, you're not on your period. Like, my mom, she knows when I'm on my period. Some people said that's weird that people's moms track their period and stuff, but my mom do. She was like, you're not on your period, and it's your period week, so you got something to tell me? And I was like, no. She was like, well, have you had sex? I was like,
No.
no. She said, I already know you lost your virginity. And I was like, how you know? So she tricked me. And I was like, and I went to my room, and she was just quiet. So that happened, and then stuff happened, and I called my aunt, and I was like, you know, I ain't been feeling right. Something ain't right. I need to go to the doctors. She was like, I have one question. Have you been having sex? And I was like, maybe.
Well, tell about my part too.
What is your part?
How I kept saying, oh my gosh, she's pregnant. She's pregnant.
She kept saying, yeah, Sky's probably pregnant. She's been going to her boyfriend's house. She was over here snitching on me. Some Sky's been going to her boyfriend's house. She's probably pregnant.
No, Mom was the one who started telling that, and I was just like, yeah, she's pregnant, trust me.
So, then I went to the doctors with my aunt and my sister. And they had me beat a cup. I ain't gonna tell y'all what they said because that's my personal business. Okay? Okay.
They're like,
No, stop.
she's pregnant. I started crying.
They came in the room and told me what I needed to do and stuff like that. And then my aunt, she was like, so did y'all test her for pregnancy? And the lady was like, no, do we have to? And she was like, yes, can you please? So we sat in the room just staring at each other, trying to laugh it off for a couple minutes. She came in the room and was like, do you want me to say it in front of everybody? And I was like, I guess so, yeah. And so she was like, she is pregnant. And I started crying. My sister started crying, and my aunt was in the corner laughing.
And then I started laughing and was like, ha.
So they came over and hugged me, and she was like, we're going to have to drop her from this pediatrician's office because I was still a minor and I still went there. So, yeah, they had to drop me from that. They had to take me to the OBGYN. So a little while after that, I went to the OBGYN and got an ultrasound. So yeah, that's how I found out I was pregnant. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all how I told my mom and his mom and him. So right when we left, he was at school because it was early in the morning. But so when I left the doctor's office, I called his sister because they were still at school and they were in like the class together. So I called his sister and I was like, are you with him? And she was like, yeah, he's right here. I was like, can you put him on the phone? And I was like, hello? He was like, hello, what's wrong? Because he knew I was going to the doctor's. And I was like, so I'm pregnant. And he was like, I could only record for a limited amount of time, so stay tuned for part 2. Thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe.